Hi guys, me Ronald do a reaction video of I Love Your Father. I'm gonna watch a Clown 2014 video. So my
At the
video,
beginning
my
of the
channel is
film,
gonna be
we
like
see
this,
Kent's
so
family.
I'm gonna post
His
the video
wife
in my
Meg, his
other
son
channel,
Jack, and father used to live with him. Today is Jack's birthday, and they are going to celebrate it, and they asked for a clown who is not coming to attend the birthday party. Kent was a real estate agent, and he was still living in the house he needed to sell. It was an actor's house because there were many costumes. Kent decides to attend the party after glimpsing the costumes. Kent sees a box. Casey was written on it, and he likes the costume packed in it. Then, he went to the party and the kids started enjoying his look. In the next scene, we see that Kent sleeps while wearing the costume
I
of a
also
clown.
hate clowns.
Meanwhile,
'Cause clowns
when he
are
wakes up,
scary.
he discovers that the costume has been tied to his body. He was unable to remove it from his body. He uses a paper cut to cut the costume. Jack has to go to school, so without taking off the costume, he goes to drop Jack at school. When he returns, he tries to remove the dress. He uses a machine cutter, but the machine cutter itself breaks. Kent tells his wife everything. Now, Meg was peeling Kent's clown nose from his face. Kent feels pain, and now his nose skin also removes to the clown nose. The clown's nose fell down, and their pet dog ate it. Kent went to the hospital to consult a doctor for his nose, and the doctor suggested some medicine. Then in the next scene, we see Kent on the dinner table. He eats all of his house's food. His wife was shocked after seeing this. She wondered, how does a man eat so much food? The next day, Kent returns to the house where he obtained the costume. Now, Kent wants to know about the owner of the house and the company of the box from which he took the costume. When Kent learns about the company's owner, he contacts him. He asks him about the costume. The man insists that no human should ever come into contact with the costume. Kent, on the other hand, informs him that he has worn the costume and he couldn't take off the costume. After hearing all of this, the man invites him to his house to take out the solution to his problem. The man offers coffee to Kent when he goes there. He tells him about his brother who lives in that house. He told him that his brother had died, and he tells him about the legend of Clown, who was a demon. The man tells Kent that the demon's body was naturally similar to a clown's. The demon works to keep the kids happy. Every year, he would eat 5 kids. Kent faints suddenly while listening to all of this. The man has tainted Kent's coffee with drugs, and he gets faint due to it. Following that, the man ties Kent and places him on a table. Then, Kent awakens just as he is about to sever his neck. They both started fighting with each other. The man was about to shoot Kent with his gun. Kent grabs the gun immediately and he points the gun at him and asks, "Why do you want to murder me?" The man told him that the costume he has worn is not a costume. However, the legend of Clown Skin, about whom he was telling it, is that of a demon. In the next scene, we see that Kent returns home, carrying the Man and Legend Clown book with him. He tells his wife Meg everything, but at that time, his father and some relatives were also there. They call him mad after hearing to him. As a result of the demon's dominance over Kent, he breaks his relative's hand in rage. He comes into the car where he has locked the man. Kent was transporting the man to the police station because he attempted to murder him. While escaping, the man attacks Kent. Kent's car gets into an accident due to it. Kent throws the man out of the car and beats him a lot. Then the man told him to finish himself. The demon is dominant on me, and the demon wants kids to eat. At the same time, he notices some children in a car. Seeing them makes him hungry. He was converting into a demon in reality. Then, he searches for kids as his food. In the next scene, we see that he goes into a forest where there was a kids' camp. He notices a child and says, "I'm hungry." The kid comes near Kent to give him candy. Kent eats his hand with candy. Meanwhile, the police were investigating Meg about her husband. Meg gives false information in order for the police to not apprehend her husband. Then she sees the book about the legendary clown. She reads the book and becomes terrified because she discovers Kent is changing into a demon. In the next scene, we see that Kent was seeing his face in a washroom, which is changing into a demon. His eyes' color has changed. His skin turned into white color. Then he started hearing sounds of kids. He went from there immediately because he doesn't want to eat kids anymore. After it, Kent meets a kid when he goes to his house. He wants to be friends with Kent, despite the fact that he considers him a clown. He scolds the kid. The kid leaves, but after some time, he brings food for Kent. Kent again sends him back from there. On the other hand, we see Kent's dog was also converted into a demon because he has eaten the demon's nose. Now, Kent decides to kill himself because it was the only way the demon could spare him. Then he calls his wife and tells her that he is about to kill himself. Meg gets scared and leaves in search of him. Meanwhile, Kent shoots himself with a gun, but he didn't die, even though rainbow colors poured from his brain. He gets worried, then he recalls the costume man cutting his neck when the gun didn't work. He goes to a shop and brings some machine cutters. He moves the chair at the backside, but suddenly the kid appears. Eventually, Kent's neck is not cut by the blade. Unfortunately, the kid dies, and Kent eats his dead body. While searching for him, his wife also arrives there. Kent asks her to go back, but she somehow takes him home. When Kent gets home, he asks him to tie him, not open him, despite what he says. She ties him with a pillar. Meg wants to spare her husband from the demon costume. For this, she sees the legend of the clown book carefully. It reveals to her the man who wanted to kill Kent has also gone through it. It means he has worn this demon dress once, and she went to meet him. He was in the hospital and was unable to speak. He wrote down and asked, "Where is Kent?" Meg says he is at home. She asks the man, "Can you tell me how to get out of the dress?" The man was telling her again and again not to trust him. Meg goes to the house where Kent discovered the dress. She finds a camera, and she discovers after seeing it, when the man put on the dress, he completely transformed into a demon. His brother brought 5 kids for him, and they were cancer patients before the demon within the man devoured them. He was saved like this. Meanwhile, Meg forgets to pick up Jack from school, and some students tease Jack at school, and he starts fighting with those kids. He returned home while Kent was tied with a pillar. Kent calls Jack near him, listening to his voice. Jack tells Kent that some boys have teased him, and then Kent asks for a chain cutter as he wants to meet those kids. On the other hand, Meg receives a call that Jack has gone from school. She is terrified as she returns home. She sees Kent was not there, so she asks Jack about him. Jack tells her everything. Meg knew that he would eat them. Jack's mother decides to drop Jack at his grandfather's home as he will be safe at his grandfather's home. Kent has eaten the boy. Meanwhile, Meg was going with Jack to his grandfather's home. Meanwhile, their demon dog starts barking at them loudly. Then the KC Company's owner approaches from behind and kills it by cutting its neck. The man comes from the hospital to assist Meg. He says he had a KC Company in which he made clown costumes. One day, a ship arrives from Iceland and everything on board has been damaged. This costume was adequate. Before selling it, he says, "I wanted to try it." His brother was a doctor in a cancer hospital, and he wanted to amuse the children while wearing the costume. The man wears the dress and entertains the kids. When he removes the dress, it becomes stuck to his body, and he is converted into a demon. His brother brought 5 cancer patients who were at the last stage, and the demon has eaten them, and like this, the man's life was saved. The man tells his doctor brother to keep the dress, and he took the responsibility for the safety of the dress. But he died, and Kent had this costume. He tells them that we must stop Kent at all costs. They leave Jack at his grandfather's house and go to the boy's house who tease Jack. In the next scene, we see that Kent has eaten the boy brutally, and now they wonder where Kent has gone. Meg says at late night, the PlayStation of children will be open, and Kent will be there. When they first go to the PlayStation, they believe everything is normal. However, they notice a kid's cut hand emerge from the bouncer. They are all terrified when they see, but they soon realize Kent is undoubtedly present. Meanwhile, Ken attacks the man with Meg. Meg tells him, "We are here to help you." The demon says, "I want more kid because I eat 5 children every year. After coming into Ken's body, I have eaten 4 kids. I only want 1 child, and that child will be yours, Jack." Hearing this, Meg gets terrified, but after some thought, she agrees to the demon. 4 kids were murdered at the police station, so the police arrive there. They suspect the owner of the Casey company and arrest him. On the other hand, Meg was on her way to the demon with the child when the police officer noticed her, and he saved the kid. Meg becomes concerned because she knows that the demon will now go to Jack. She rushes to her father's house, where she discovers that their father and Jack are fine, but the demon killed her father. Then he attacks Meg after killing her father. He kills Meg and throws her at a far distance, but Meg is still alive. On the other hand, the demon starts searching for Jack. Now Meg stands up and she cleverly ties him with a chain. She hurriedly takes an axe from behind and cuts the demon's neck. Now Ken's body has emerged from the demon's skin, and the demon's neck is on the floor. Meg hugs her son Jack. The demon starts searching for has emerged from the demon's skin, and the demon's neck is on the floor. Meg hugs her son Jack, and the police have also came there, and they've collected all the evidence. And the movie ends here.
Well, guys, make sure to like it so